story out in Washington County, Michigan, via WDIV. Family files wrongful death lawsuit after unarmed Navy veteran was killed by deputies in Washington County. It's been a little more than 6 months since the worst day of Larry and Jelly Jinuwine's life. Their son, 34-year-old John Jinuwine, was the man inside this van on January 6th when it was peppered with 27 bullets following a police chase in Ypsilanti. The family filed a federal wrongful death lawsuit against the Washington County Sheriff's Department this morning. John, who was unarmed, was shot 7 times following a 32-minute police chase in the early morning hours of January 6th in Ypsilanti. It started when a 911 call came in at 1:24 a.m. on January 6th, and the caller, who identified himself as Matt, said he saw a large white van driving erratically in and out of traffic and through a gas station without license plates or headlights. Surveillance footage shows a van racing past a different gas station at 1:30 a.m. A second call came in from a man who insisted the van's driver pointed a weapon at his wife and that there were 2 black males in the van. Over the next 32 minutes, sheriff's deputies chased the van through Ypsilanti on 4 different occasions. The van stopped and aggressively backed up toward the deputies before pulling off without hitting them. The chase ended in violence at 2:06 a.m. near Prospect and Towner. One of the deputies hit a pit maneuver on the van, causing it to overturn on its side. The deputies then poured out of their vehicles, with one of them almost immediately yelling the driver has a gun, despite no gun being visible in the video. The 4 deputies fired 27 shots into the van from all sides. The van remained flipped over for hours. The driver, John, was quickly killed, and it was later revealed that he did not, in fact, have a weapon. The sheriff's department had no comment on the suit, noting that an active criminal investigation into the incident is also ongoing. They did say that the 4 officers involved in the shooting remain on administrative leave. The criminal case has been submitted to the prosecutor's office and also under review by Nestle.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Absolute insanity.
I think that left out some of the...
It did. Yeah, it left out a lot, which we can fill in. So, yeah, let's go break down the very basics, what we do know. What we do know is that John was not armed. We don't know why there was these phone calls of... 2 black males with a gun. We also don't know why John sped away from the cops. But as we mention all the time on this podcast, speeding away from police officers is not a death sentence. No reason to escalate it into this. One, a pit maneuver, which another thing we bring up a lot. If you don't know what a pit maneuver is, it's a fancy way of basically playing Grand Theft Auto as a cop. You pull up on the back end of another car that's driving, and you just swipe the back end of their car, causing it to spin out. That's what they did to John's van. It flipped over. And then, with a complete display of incompetence, they surround the vehicle, say he has a gun, he doesn't, and start shooting from all different sides, which, again, is so ridiculously incompetent. You're going to fucking shoot each other if you're shooting from all angles. Yeah. I don't need a police I don't need this amazing police training of 6 weeks that y'all get to know that.
Michael Bay fucking... action scene these cops were trying to fulfill and live out, just like fucking slamming their cars into, like, they flipped the car and then surrounded it with guns and then just shot it. And it's like multiple cops who, this shows it's like a systemic issue, because it's like that's the behavior of the entire group of cops that was chasing them. Is like it's insane. I guess it's 4 cops that shot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That shit is... And
what, like you mentioned, that this article left out a lot. One major thing is that they didn't offer any medical help.
Yeah.
They just left him bleeding out for hours. He died. But they, rather than immediately rendering aid regardless, they couldn't even start... putting together some clues that maybe they got it wrong in terms of their whole approach to the situation. 1, he's not 2 black males.
Yeah.
2, There is no gun to be found. He is unarmed. He clearly wasn't the person that these people were calling about.
Yeah.
And even if he was, again, cop's job is not to be judge, jury, and executioner. The cop's job is to just detain a potential dangerous threat so that they can go in front of a judge and jury, and then we can use democracy to decide what their fate is, not fucking kill them on the spot.
Apprehend a suspect without being a fucking threat to public safety as well. Just fucking how many times those pit maneuvers just like fuck other people up.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, they're still just all the tactics they use here are just resulted in the death of a man who they weren't even looking for. So it's just insane.
A Navy veteran as well for all of our Navy.
I'm sure more
veteran
information
fans
will come out of the story because I do want to. I'm like, there's so many like pieces that are just also just missing. It's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Why did they, like you said, who did call? Why was he running? And it's just like, and then obviously, why did they fucking shoot? Why immediately are they like, all right, we gotta kill this guy? They didn't administer leave.
Claiming he had a gun before they shot. Claiming
him.
they had a gun after they killed. I had a gun after they killed him.
And it's like no gun to be found. Yeah, no, it's all bad. Yeah.
Yes, and as of now, no charges for any of the cops. But there's an internal investigation. They're going to decide internally if charges need to be filed. But for now, those cops are on paid leave.
Dude,
classic.
Cops are fucking a swarm of cops, terrifying.
Yeah.
Just all like I just can't help that I think every cop is just on crank. You ever seen that movie like Crank with Jason Statham? You've never?
I'm sorry.
The premise is he's just like has to be crank. If his heart rate starts,
that's like a cop. They're out there. A bunch of them are taking steroids.
If their heart rate stops going like he dies. So he has to like do a bunch of shit just to keep it. I gotta fuck this lady. I gotta fucking beat up this dude. I gotta like literally, honestly, it is crank. Cops live there like just a squad full of Jason Stathams.
I think there's a lot of truth to that. Like
on methamphetamines.
We could talk about it more on another episode of the podcast, but the police have a steroid problem, and that is definitely paired with their cultural problem.
Damn, and they got this is a bad cycle. They got a steroid problem, which means they have a small penis problem, which means they're gonna
those poor wives
inflict out those. It's a cycle.
It is.
They're taking steroids to catch. I don't know. They're taking steroids, getting their penis small. Now they treat us when we're like, damn, this guy acts like he has a small dick, and he does.
Yeah.
And we're gonna we are gonna feel the wrath of their tiny penis, their ditty penis. I don't know if you've seen.
And they're only getting smaller, folks. Because of the steroids.
Steroids, yeah.
Yes. Just to clarify what I meant by that.
Oh, no. We're going to be fucked. They're just like in a cycle of anger and violence and fucking insecurity about their penis size, but then I'm going to inflict it out on the public.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is, we were joking, but it is very indicative of the culture of the police. Like, we say this stat all the time. Cops spend 4% of their time dealing with violent crime. It's a problem that, we've gone into it enough, but they spend 4% of their time dealing with violent crime, and yet their training acts like it's all they're going to do. That it's just a fucking war zone out there, and the public is meant to be feared. And that 4% really is reflected in them taking this much steroids all the time. And again, we're talking about it on this story. Like, we're doing a little bit of a tangent here. Like, I don't know if any of these cops were taking steroids, but just to go off of your reference to, what's that movie called? Crank, yeah. I mean, cops do have a steroid problem, and that steroid problem is indicative of the deeper cultural problem of the way that police look at their own job.
I gotta be there. Yeah, it's like if a mailman was like spent most of their time had a gun because like I gotta kill dogs. It's like, no, these dogs are out here chasing everybody. Yeah. So most of my job is killing dogs. Are you supposed to be delivering the mail? No, that's like,
yeah,
it's technically
it's the cops who are killing the dogs for some reason. For some reason,
actually.
Well, the reason is that the reason they'll kill dogs. A lot of people don't think about this. The reason why they kill dogs is because the dog will bark at them.
Damn! Don't you get loud with me.
Yeah. You know when you scream as you break down the door of your owner's and your
away.
sanctuary? And would you believe a dog might bark if you do that?
Oh,
Well,
no,
now the
loud
dog's
noises.
dead.
Oh no! Oh no!
Anyways, a bit of a tangent on it's a very sad story, unfortunately. John Jinuwine, R.I.P. to him.